This week's BSWS is going to be all over the place. It's about 2 or 3 weeks of me filming different things here and there. It's mostly going to be about the custom zombies that I'm making, the Marvel Legends zombies. I don't even have them all the way done, but I started them, and I'll be showing you that in a little bit. But I got to get through a lot of thank yous. I even got a little notepad so I don't forget who to thank. I just got a lot to get through, so I'm just going to run through this really quick. First off, I got to thank JRA Nightmare. He hooked me up with this spectacular Spider-Man. This thing is a really cool figure. I actually had this. It was my nephew's figure, so I had given it back to him, so now I got one of my own, and I love this thing. I think it's really cool. A couple more points of articulation, and that would be a really awesome figure, but just the way it is, I really like it. I sent them, JR, some finger lights and stuff like that, and some cutouts, and he just sent this to me. I didn't even know it was coming, so you know, that's just the community, how we look out for each other, man. So big thanks to JR. Really cool figure. And then I got to give a shout out to my boy James Collins. A lot of the names I'm going to be using are Facebook names, so you know, if you're watching this on YouTube, just leave in the comments below if I used your name, your Facebook name. But he hooked me up with this Storm Shadow. I kept it on ice for right now. I usually do that. I keep my figures mint on card until I'm ready to use them in a display. It keeps them fresh and stuff. But yeah, that was a trade we made, and I've been looking for this thing forever. Really happy to get them. Yeah, so good looking out, James, man. Next guy is my man Daddy Ivo. I asked him if he could pick me up the Harvey Dent figure, and he did. Just because I want to grab a bunch of suits. I want to make like S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, you know, just standing around in their suits. So I got a couple suits here and there, you know, and I want to grab a couple more. So I was just talking about it on the Facebook page, and he's like, oh, there's one at my Toys R Us, I'll pick it up for you. And he did, and he just sent it out to me, man. Good looking out. He also sent me this Two-Face car. It's a Hot Wheels car. This thing is freaking sick, man. I don't have any like Hot Wheels, but I'm going to try to get all these now, all the Batman ones. This thing is just so cool. You know, there's a Catwoman and a Batman, so I'm going to try to pick those up. So, big thanks, Daddy Ivo. Next guy, Wade Wilson. Again, that's a Facebook name. He sent me out all these like little extras, stuff from like his comic book shop, since my comic book shop never gives me shit. You know, he gave me all the posters, like the A versus X posters, and I'm gonna hang these things up in the room. You know, and here I got the X-Men one and stuff. These things are cool. I'm gonna hang them up in the closet where I got all the other figures. And there were some buttons and stuff like that too. I gave them to my nephew, the buttons, and like a coaster, and you know, he just asked me if I ever got any of these things from, you know, my comic shop. I told him no, and he's like, all right, I'll send you some. So, you know, that's just looking out, man. Big thanks, Wade. Next guy is Darius. Yo, I was sick a couple weeks ago. I had surgery done. Nothing big, just I had a deviated septum, got it repaired. So I was laid up. I had complications with it. I was bleeding a lot. So I was laid up for like a week. And I couldn't even get out of bed or anything. I was mad sick to go along with it. My voice, you could probably still hear it. My voice is gone still. And I was asking people if they could hook me up with A versus X comics, because I couldn't get down and get them. And I can't send my girl because she won't even know what the hell to pick up. But so I forgot who it was now. I'm sorry, man. Somebody sent me the digital copy for book 2, for round 2. Damn, I can't remember who it is. I should have wrote it down. My bad, man. I'll link you when I figure it out. But Darius hooked me up with every book, man, that's out so far. I got round 1, 2, and 3. Yo, and he just hooked it up, man. I'm going to send him some stuff in return. I got to send some stuff to Daddy Ivo too, and Wade and everybody. But, you know, just looking out, man. So I got a chance to read those, and great read so far. And, yeah, man, I just really appreciate it. So big thanks, Darius. And then what I'm trying to do with the comics is I'm trying to make each round I'm trying to make like certain cutouts out of each round. I sent some of these to JR already, so this is from book 1, you know, and this is, see, I cut them out and I put them on one piece of paper, and then I make some copies, and then I'm going to make, you know, the best cutouts from book 2, from book 3, you know, and so on, and then I'm going to try to put a story together with pictures, and then post it up on the group page and stuff. But yeah, so keep a lookout for that. Next guy, Shane Miller, sent me out this little trophy. He sent these out to everybody that joined his contest, so that was really cool of him. You know, and I put this, of course, in the room with the rest of this stuff, my battle show plaques and all that. And so big thanks to Shane. Also, I remember who sent me the digital copy. It was Elliot. So big thank you, Elliot. Got a chance to read that. And then somebody sent me these. These are 3 3/4 inch Iron Man figures. This armor is pretty damn cool, actually. Got this one, this here, suitcase. I got another Snake Eyes and another Snake Eyes. But I have no idea who sent these to me. Somebody just sent them. They came in a box with no return address. It was addressed to Slings Web, so it wasn't my real name. It wasn't a trade I made. It was nothing I ordered online. And I have no idea who to thank. You know, somebody just hooked these all up. And, you know, I don't collect 3 3/4 inch really, Marvel Universe, but I could use these. These would be cool, like with some MSD or something. And I mean, the Snake Eyes are awesome. I could always use some more of those. But yeah, whoever sent these to me, please let me know. Comments below, you know, so I can give you a thank you. Okay, so now a contest that's running over on AFA, Action Figure Addicts, Facebook. There's 20 of us that we're putting together an epic battle, and it's sponsored by Ed High Ponce and Sea Spray. And this is like the first contest that they're doing over here, and it's just you either put together a picture, here's one of my pictures, or a video, and you post it here on the Facebook page, and whoever gets the most votes wins, you know. And there's, like I said, there's 20 of us competing, and yeah, it's kind of similar to what I did when I collected everybody's pictures that time. It's a little bit different, you know. Here's the other picture I did, and I just did X-Force versus Apocalypse, and you had to use at least 10 figures. So I should have showed you guys before I took down the display. I got, you know, my X-Force team here, a bunch of customs that I had made by Paint Customs, JD Mag, Edam Reg, you know, and I just had them versus Apocalypse. So this is real cool, man. So I hope you guys come over, check this out. It runs until Sunday. I'm not sure when this video will be posted, but yeah, so come over. Not all the entries are posted yet, so wait till you see them all, because you only get one vote. Last thing I want to talk about before I start getting into the zombies, the battle show. It's back. I made a couple playlists on my YouTube channel, and I also posted them on Facebook. So they're under TBS Team Slings and TBS Team JD. You know, I put them in separate ones. And the thing I want to talk about is, I know I told my guys if we win, I'm going to give you guys a little prize just for me and this and that. Yeah, you guys are getting that no matter what, because the work you put in was just insane. It was incredible. Fernando wrote this whole little story, you know, tying all the videos together, even mine, which mine kind of wasn't tied in. I had made my video for the battle show like months ago. Before I had my surgery, I made it, and you know, I didn't want to make it again, but these guys all contacted me and said, you know, let's put them all together and make a story out of it, and they rolled with it and they did their thing, man. I mean, this is just impressive. Every one of these videos, I think, is just taking ACBA to a whole new level. I kind of wanted to do something like this with pictures one time. I wanted to get like a bunch of people together and post different pictures and bring them all together and stuff. And well, these guys did it with video, and they even tied mine into it, even though it wasn't really part of the main storyline. Like Witch Wands put a little picture of the Hulk at the end of his video, and Nando wrote it in as the Hulk was being used as a distraction and stuff. So they even got mine in there, which, I mean, it was just crazy. These guys put in some amazing work. So JD's team came with it really good too. I mean, they just blew me away also. But I think what our team did, it was just, I mean, something I've never seen done before, and you know, this is setting the bar for sure. So here's Mindless, and then in the playlist, I kind of got them in a certain order that I think you should watch them in. And here's which ones. And then, so it starts with Mindless, which ones, Configures, and then Nando's last. Say that each one of these videos could have easily scored, you know, 45 to 50 in the tournament, without a doubt. I mean, if they were being scored in that way. But it's votes, and I'm not trying to sway anybody's votes any which way, you know. I'm just telling you, go watch all the videos, check out the playlist. It's easy to watch them that way, or go straight to King Beastman's video, watch all the video responses, and just vote for, you know, what you think is the best video. You know, I'm not telling you to vote for my guys or anything. If you like what you see out of these guys, vote for it. That's it. If you like something that JD's team did better, vote for that. That's it. That's all I'm going to say about any of that. But, yo, big thanks to Team Slings. I got to get all you guys' address, so send me a message on Facebook with your address so I can send you guys something. I already started on this guy a little bit. I took the hair off and the vest off. This is just a Marvel Legend zombie from the box set. And I started to carve his mouth a little bit, and I got gloves on because I don't want to. I've already kind of cut my finger a little bit, so I put some gloves on instead. And all I'm doing is just carving out some teeth. Normally you would need to recess, you know, teeth into somebody's mouth, but these are zombies, so they're going to be hanging all out. And it doesn't really matter if you get it right, well, at least not to me. I mean, like a spot-on mouth or anything. I'm pretty much just tearing it up. I mean, it's a zombie, it's not supposed to look pretty. So, got a sharp razor blade, that's all. I like this knife, it's kind of like a handled razor. Works pretty good for what I want to do. I'm just going to take some slices out of his chin, and I'll speed this up, of course. And then I got some tweezers. It's just easier to pick apart, especially still wearing the gloves. And another thing, so there I got a little bit more of the chin ripped up. And I'll paint the teeth, you know, not white, but I'll use like a brown and a white mixed together or something. I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to paint it yet. We'll get to that later. But the other thing I'm using is a blow dryer. And I'll heat up the figure a little bit. Not too much, but just a little bit. It makes it a lot easier to cut and slice up and all the good stuff. You know, it was easy to get the hair off. The hair, I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, or the head, I mean. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet, if I'm going to fill that in, or if I'm going to, you know, try to make some brains coming out of there or whatnot. I'm not sure. But also, I'm going to slice up some of the pants. And I have a Dremel too that I will be using. And I hope it goes without saying, be very careful and don't try this at home. This is not the easiest thing to do with in front of the camera, so I'm not going to do a lot of it. Just tearing up the pants a little bit more. I'll do a lot more off camera, but I'll show you, you know, step by step while I'm doing it. The other equipment I got is, of course, a Dremel, and I just got this one. It's a Multi-Pro. I don't know, you guys can read it there for yourselves. And this is, you know, you really got to watch what you're doing with one of these too. You can really hurt yourself. So he looks kind of like Cletus or something. I don't know, he's got like buck teeth going. But what I'm going to end up doing is I'll sand it down with the Dremel a little bit. And, you know, after I paint the teeth a different color, I think it'll come out a lot better. So, bring this back a little bit, and I'll do a little bit of it, and I'll do the rest off camera. I got a sanding tool on there, and you know, there's different levels, settings to the Dremel. I'm just going to put it on like 4. Wow. And I do got gloves on, and I got glasses and all the good stuff. Oh, I'm totally doing this off camera. Alright, there we go. I want to take off some of his shirt here too.
Not much on that. Actually, I kind of like it. I'm gonna get some pants though. That's pretty good. It's gonna look funny right now until it's painted. So there's a little bit. I mean, like I said, it doesn't really look like much right now, but I'll sculpt it back out a little bit more with a knife, and then I will paint it. I'll come back. So it's coming out all right. Not really getting the teeth the way I want it, but I like the mangled side of the face here. And you know, again, all I did was use the knife, cut it up a little bit, use the Dremel, sand it down, cut it up a little bit more. The mouth is where I'm missing something. I think I put too much red in there or something. I don't know. I'll fix it up in a little bit. But then I started dry brushing red all over, you know, his fingers. And what I use for the red is I use this. Let me get this in focus. There we go. This Citadel leather, and then just a red, and I just mix them together. You know, so here, I'll show you my palette here. So I kind of got that color of a red going. You know, it looks more like blood. But now the next thing I'm going to do is I started painting that red back in there. And I'm going to take the hot glue and I'm going to put it in here. And I'll show you why. Just going to fill in a hole. That's where the hair was. And then I'll have some dripping down. It's a zombie. Get sloppy. Get as sloppy as you want. I'm going to have some extra strings hanging there. I'm going to put some hanging from his chin too. Just a little bit. Really small strands. Yeah, it's not bad. So, I got to let that dry a little bit and then I'll cut it up. Get these extra strands off here. That's pretty good. Pull off a little bit more in the back. And then get a little bit more, build it up. Ah, this is so hard to do on camera. It keeps getting blurry. And I'll probably keep going off camera too. And that's pretty good. So now I'm going to paint that kind of like a pinkish, and then make it dirty to like I'll paint it pink and then like dry brush it with probably this brown again, the leather color. Put a little bit more hot glue on his chin. Got some more white inside the teeth and kind of chewed it up in there a little bit, made it look like, you know, he's been chopping on something. Painted the head. I don't know if the drips look good or not. You guys let me know if you think I should do something different to that. I took off one of his arms, I started painting it pink, and then I'll blend it in with some more brown and some red on there and stuff, make it look like his arm fell off. And I like the way he's coming out. I gotta do something more about that. I gashed it way too deep. So either I gotta put like a leg, looking like leg muscle in there, maybe I'll put hot glue in there too. Or sculpt. Maybe I'll sculpt something in there. I like the way the hot glue looks because it makes it look like it's oozing. I know, it's kind of gross, but anyways. Oh, and then I painted I tore up a little bit of the ribs and I put like some white on there and I blended it in with the red and some more brown. Make it look like his ribs are popping out more. See, I only did this side. That side I didn't. I didn't really do that side at all. So, you see the difference? And, you know, just the paints I'm using are real cheap paints. No folk arts. Yeah, I have pink. Don't. I got a little girl, so get on me. The brown, red, you know, the white I used is right here. And I just mix it up on a sheet. That's it. I use this to get into the cracks where it's harder to paint, like the teeth. You know, it's just a floss stick. I'll show you a picture of the finished product. I'm almost done with this guy. Just gotta do something about that leg and finish the arm. And I'm gonna leave this one alone. Oh, I also painted the eyes white. I just think it looks more menacing. And I put like a gloss around his eyes. See on his cheekbones? A little white gloss around it. More on the zombies. So this one I cut off some of the hair and sanded it down, some of it. And I'll probably paint it a different color, like a blonde or something, or redhead, I don't know. And then I cut off some of the strands, you know, kind of sculpted. This one I pulled off the hair again. And then I got all this stuff from the Black Mask figure. I figure I'll make him a construction worker, do some stuff to him. Maybe make his vest like a safety vest.
this G.I. Joe box set, and I just wanted to show I got this NSA going right here, Danielson style. That ankle pivot on that Joe is awesome, man. He's not on anything but the 1 foot, and he's got skinny ass ankles too. I'm losing my voice right now, so I can't really talk that well, but yeah, so I was taking some pictures, getting some NSA style going, and I had it on, you know, just on the ground here, NSA, on the 1 foot, but I want to take it up a notch and put it up on some boxes. Danielson. Yo, these figures are sick. The Snake Eyes, I don't like the coat, but it's still cool. And then the Duke doesn't have the ball joints, which sucks. And that red Viper Ninja is just nasty. I mean, so nasty. They're a little bit taller than regular Joes. I don't have one with me right now. Just slightly taller because of that. The ball joint right there. Man, that was one of the only things that Joes were missing, was that ball joint. I just think it steps it up so much. And then the ankle pivot, awesome. If you throw a bicep swivel in this thing, it'll be a complete figure. Just really, really dope. And I like this a lot. This is how I took the picture right here.
That's crispy.